So completing the square, the first step is remembering this general form. ax squared plus bx plus c. So like we've done in the past, you look at the quadratic. So for example, you look at this quadratic and you think, what is the A number? What is the B number? And what is the C number? Okay? Actually, I'll change that to 5. So the number out the front of x squared is A, the number out the front of just x is 6, and the number by itself, no letters, is the C value. Okay, so for this example, the first example, what's the A, the B, and the C? Is to look at these. The second step, if A is not equal to 1, we need to factorize that number out. So we bring it outside the brackets. So we say if it was 2, we bring it outside the brackets like that and divide everything by 2. But this question, we don't need to do that. So we skip straight to step 3. And this is where it gets a bit confusing. So if you normally looked at this quadratic, you may use the AC method. B6. So is there any numbers that you multiply to get to 1 and then add to get to 6? So we can't think of any numbers. We can't think of any factors of 1 that add to get to 6. So we can't do our normal factorizing a quadratic. So this is where completing the square comes in. If we can't find any factors, this is what we do. Are you ready? Listening carefully. We look at the B number, right? We look at the B number. Okay, so we take the first two terms and we add, are you watching? The B number divided by 2, and all of it is squared. We then minus the B number divided by 2, all of it squared, and we put the C number back at the end again. Okay, so you're probably very, very confused why we do that. So listening carefully. So we're trying to make the quadratic into a nice ACB form. So if we just have a look at the first 3 terms now. Ignore those 2 just for the moment. So I've taken the B number, which is 6, I've divided it by 2, and I'm squaring it. What does that become? 6 divided by 2 squared is 9. Now, can anyone think of 2 numbers that multiply to get 9 and add to get 6? Invented a new C number, which is 9, and then I factorized it. Original phrase. So our original phrase was x squared plus 6x plus 1. Okay? I've just added a term and I've also minus that term. So I've added 9 and I minus 9. Okay? So they still equal each other. I simplified the first 3 to this. I can now simplify, yep, minus 8. Very good. Okay, so now I have x plus 3 squared minus 8. Okay? Just a. Yeah, I'll write the general rule over here. A squared minus b squared equals a minus b, a plus b. Okay? So you've got a. What's the b value going to become? Anyone know? Is 8. B is the square root of 8. Well done if you got that. Haven't fully factorized it yet. So I've got a minus b, a plus b. Didn't do. I didn't simplify the third. So the square root of 8 simplifies to the square root, 2 square root 2. You have to simplify the third. Okay? And that's the final answer. Yep. So A is 1, B is negative 2, C is 8. So AC is 8, B is negative 2. Are there any two numbers that multiply to get positive 8 and add to get negative 2? It won't work. We can't do that, so we have to complete the square. So we're going to take the b value, remember? So b over 2 squared. That's what we're looking for. So b over 2 squared, negative 2 over 2 squared. Okay? You write that number at the end. So this becomes 1 minus 1. Remember the 8 stays the same, stay the same. Alright, and now we can factorize the first 3 terms. What do the first 3 terms factorize to? This bit, negative 1 plus 8 becomes positive 7. Okay? Can we factorize this? So I'm going to put you out of your misery, everyone. You cannot factorize it because in the first example, what was the symbol here between the two things? What's that right there? It's a minus. Remember, it's a squared minus b squared. Is this a squared minus b squared? So we cannot factorize it. So you write down, it cannot okay? So to do difference of squares, that has to be a minus. Follow the same. Is there any two numbers we can multiply to get AC and to get B? Any two numbers we can multiply to get negative 3 and add to get positive 8? Nope, doesn't work. So we go straight into completing the square. So we've got 8 over 2 squared minus 8 over 2 squared, and then we bring this minus 3 at the end. This is 4 squared. So I know, and this works for every time. So anytime you're doing completing the square, this always works. This number that's being squared is the number inside the brackets. Minus 3 is negative 19. X plus 4, so that's the a squared. I put the a there. This is the b squared, so I'm going to put the b. So this is the b. I'm putting the a, and this is the b. And I don't think I can simplify square root 19 any further. So there you go.